Have you ever watched a movie that was so good you wished there was a sequel? Or maybe you looked forward to a sequel but they just didn't match the first movie? The lockdown might take you to a rabbit hole of endless choices that you just don't know which movie to watch, but worry no more. In this video, we will be showing some of the best movie trilogies in cinematic history. Number 10. Bourne Trilogy. The Bourne Trilogy, namely Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and Bourne Ultimatum, is an action thriller film series starring actor Matt Damon. This story revolves around a CIA assassin who suffers from amnesia. This series has received both critical and commercial success. Ultimatum won 3 Academy Awards: Best Film Editing, Sound, and Best Sound Editing. Both the second and third movies won the Empire Award for Best Film. Number 9. Before Trilogy. The Before Trilogy consists of 3 American films created by Richard Linklater, beginning with Before Sunrise in 1995 and continuing with 2 sequels, Before Sunset in 2004 and Before Midnight in 2013. The trilogy received critical acclaim, nominated for 2 Academy Awards, 2 Writers Guild of America Awards, as well as a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Motion Picture Comedy or Musical for Julie Delpy for Before Midnight. It is also a commercial success, grossing $48.8 million worldwide against a combined budget of $8.8 million. Linklater is a filmmaker preoccupied with time and how it shapes human experience, and no part of his filmography better illustrates this than Before Trilogy, which is easily his crowning achievement. Each installment checks in with the same 2 characters at a specific point in their lives, tracking their romance over the span of decades. Number 8. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is an American media franchise based on the adventures of Dr. Henry Walton, Indiana Jones Jr., a fictional professor of archaeology. The series kicked off in 1981 with Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which won 5 Oscars, including a special achievement for sound effects editing. The action-adventure flick also earned 4 more Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director for Steven Spielberg. The first sequel in 1984, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, didn't perform quite as well with the Academy, claiming the Oscar for Best Visual Effects and Scoring just one other nomination, Best Original Score. Finally, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade arrived in 1989 and earned 1 Oscar plus 2 more Academy Award nominations. Number 7. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda is a media franchise by DreamWorks Animation, consisting of 3 films: Kung Fu Panda in 2008, Kung Fu Panda 2 in 2011, and Kung Fu Panda 3 in 2016. The film series has been highly acclaimed, with its 2 first movies being nominated for the Academy Awards for Best Animated Feature, as well as numerous Annie Awards. The first 3 films were the most financially successful animated feature film for their years, and the second is the second biggest worldwide box office success for a film directed solely by a woman, after Wonder Woman. In addition, the film series is particularly popular in China as an astounding Western emulation of the wuxia film genre. The trilogy grossed over $1.8 billion, making the Kung Fu Panda franchise the 10th highest grossing animated franchise and the 3rd highest grossing DreamWorks Animations franchise. Number 6. Back to the Future. Back to the Future is an American science fiction comedy franchise. It follows the adventures of a high school student, Marty McFly, played by Michael J. Fox, an eccentric scientist, Dr. Emmett Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd, as they use a DeLorean time machine to time travel to different periods in the history of Hill Valley, California. The first film was the highest grossing film of 1985 and became an international phenomenon, leading to the second and third films, which were back-to-back film productions, released in 1989 and 1990. Though the sequels did not perform quite as well at the box office as the first film, the trilogy remains immensely popular, as yielded such spin-offs as animated television series. The first film was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, winning 1 in Best Sound Editing. Back to the Future Part 2 earned an Oscar nomination for Best Visual Effects. The original installment in the Robert Zemeckis directed trilogy won the Oscar for Best Sound Effects Editing and earned 3 more Academy Award nominations. Number 5. Star Wars. Not including George Lucas' preposterous prequel trilogy, the original Star Wars films composed of Star Wars: A New Hope in 1977, The Empire Strikes Back in 1980, Return of the Jedi in 1983 have captivated the hearts and minds of millions of viewers around the world since their original release. Starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford, the Star Wars films remain the ultimate trilogy viewing experience. Star Wars was originally nominated for 16 awards and won 12. The actual number of wins include a special award to reward Gilbert Taylor's cinematography, a special award to celebrate its 20th anniversary in 1997. And if you're one of the 10 people on planet Earth who hasn't already seen these films, then we're both happy and sad for you. Sad that you've lived this much of your life without seeing Star Wars, and happy since you get to sit down and experience the joy of watching them all for the first time. Enjoy the most of it, folks. Number 4. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight series is a set of 3 Christopher Nolan Batman movies. It includes Batman Begins in 2005, The Dark Knight in 2008, and The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. Christian Bale suited up to play the complicated protector of Gotham City in 2005's Batman Begins. The film, which was the first installment in what would become known as Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, was a critical and commercial success, in addition to scoring an Oscar nomination for Best Cinematography. In 2008, the trilogy's second installment, The Dark Knight, was released and later recognized as the 45th highest-grossing film of all time. The trilogy wrapped up with 2012's The Dark Knight Rises, which grossed more than $1.8 billion, making it the 24th highest grossing film of all time. The Dark Knight garnered numerous awards and nominations, with particular praise for Heath Ledger's performance of the Joker. The film received 8 Academy Award nominations at the 81st Academy Awards in 2009, winning 2 for Best Sound Editing and Best Supporting Actor. Number 3. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Before there was the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there was the Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man trilogy, starring Tobey Maguire. The first movie, Spider-Man, kicked off in 2002, Spider-Man 2 in 2004, and Spider-Man 3 in 2007. It's still one of the highest grossing movie franchises of all time. To make you understand this better, the first film, which earned 2 Oscar nominations, and the third film in the series, which arrived in 2007, both earned more money at the box office than the lauded reboot, which was the 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. Meanwhile, Spider-Man 2 won an Oscar for Best Visual Effects and earned 2 more Academy Award nominations. Number 2. The Godfather. The Godfather is a crime film series inspired by the Italian-American author Mario Puzo. It debuted in 1972 and went on to win the Oscar for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Lead Actor for Marlon Brando for his work as mob boss Don Vito Corleone. The drama also earned 8 more Academy Award nominations, leaving big shoes to fill for 1974's The Godfather Part 2. The first sequel didn't disappoint though, earning 6 Oscars including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actor for Robert De Niro as a younger version of Vito, as well as 5 more Academy Award nominations. Part 1 and Part 2 are both seen by many as 2 of the greatest films of all time. The Godfather Part 3, however, is considered the weak link in the Francis Ford Coppola directed trilogy. It only scored 7 Oscar nominations, but won none. The 3 films together were nominated for a total of 28 Academy Awards, of which they won 9. Number 1. The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, which scored 4 Oscars and 9 more Academy Award nominations, opened in theaters in 2001, officially launching that was considered at the time to be the most ambitious movie trilogy in cinema history. The Two Towers, the magnum opus of the Peter Jackson-directed series of films, arrived in 2002 and scored 2 Oscars plus 4 more Academy Award nominations. Finally, The Return of the King opened in theaters in 2003. The final chapter in the trilogy won all 11 Oscars for which it was nominated, tying Ben-Hur and Titanic for the most award won by a single film. The Lord of the Rings trilogy received in total 475 film awards out of 800 nominations, making it the most awarded film series in cinematic history. If we've missed any of your favorite movie trilogies, let us know in the comments below. We hope this video helped you choose the next film series to watch. If you enjoyed that segment, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on for more Trekonscious Rex mind-chomping videos.